Open Heavens on the Go, Thursday, August 22nd, 2024. Topic: Handling Oppositions. Memory verse: 1 Peter 4:12. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. Bible reading: Nehemiah 6:1-16. Now it came to pass when Sanballat and Tobiah and Geshem the Arabian and the rest of our enemies heard that I had builded the wall, and that there was no breach left therein, though at that time I had not set up the doors upon the gates, that Sanballat and Geshem sent unto me, saying, Come, let us meet together in some one of the villages in the plain of Ono. But they thought to do me mischief. And I sent messengers unto them, saying, I am doing a great work, so that I cannot come down. Why should the work cease, whilst I leave it and come down to you? Yet they sent unto me 4 times after this sort, and I answered them after the same manner. Then sent Sanballat his servant unto me in like manner the 5th time, with an open letter in his hand, wherein was written, It is reported among the heathen, and Gashmu saith it, that thou and the Jews think to rebel. For which cause thou buildest the wall, that thou mayest be their king, according to these words. And thou hast also appointed prophets to preach of thee at Jerusalem, saying, There is a king in Judah. And now shall it be reported to the king according to these words. Come now, therefore, and let us take counsel together. Then I sent unto him, saying, There are no such things done as thou sayest, but thou feignest them out of thine own heart. For they all made us afraid, saying, Their hands shall be weakened from the work, that it be not done. Now therefore, O God, strengthen my hands. Afterward I came unto the house of Shemaiah the son of Delilah, the son of Mehetabel, who was shut up. And he said, Let us meet together in the house of God within the temple, and let us shut the doors of the temple, for they will come to slay thee. Yea, in the night will they come to slay thee. And I said, Should such a man as I flee? And who is there that, being as I am, will go into the temple to save his life? I will not go in. And lo, I perceived that God had not sent him, but that he pronounced this prophecy against me, for Tobiah and Sanballat had hired him. Therefore was he hired, that I should be afraid, and do so, and sin, and that they might have matter for an evil report, that they might reproach me. My God, think thou upon Tobiah and Sanballat according to these their works, and on the prophetess Noadiah and the rest of the prophets, that would have put me in fear. So the wall was finished in the 25th day of the month Eloi, in 52 days. And it came to pass that when all our enemies heard therefore, and all the heathen that were about us saw these things, they were much cast down in their own eyes, for they perceived that this work was wrought of our God. The message: Oppositions are different from persecutions. Persecution happens When someone attacks you because you are a Christian, while oppositions happen when you are attacked in a bid to stop you from doing whatever you have planned to do for God. Many people have set out to do things for God and were faced with opposition that made them back down. Some of them remained fervent Christians, but the opposition discouraged them from going ahead to do what was in their hearts for God. If we allow oppositions to stop us from doing what God has called us to do, many souls will perish in hell, and the devil will oppress people because the Christians are quiet. Therefore, rather than allow oppositions to stop you, you must learn to keep going despite them. One man who faced opposition and kept going until the work was done was Nehemiah. He had set out to rebuild the walls of Jerusalem, despite the fact that it was not going to be an easy task. Then opposition arose. If you study the book of Nehemiah, you will see the three major tools of opposition that the devil employs against Christians: mockery, Nehemiah 4:3, threats, Nehemiah 4:7-8, and discouragement, Nehemiah 4:10. He can raise people to mock you for what you are doing, but you must ignore them. Some people will threaten you with many things or even death if you continue to do what you are doing for God. However, you should not be afraid because God will take care of such people for you. Lastly, the devil can bring discouragement by making the work more difficult. He can do it by ensuring the unavailability of resources or some people's refusal to cooperate with you. Whether the devil brings one or all of these things your way, if God has given you a vision, you must never back down. Nevertheless, we made our prayer unto our God and set a watch against them day and night because of them. Nehemiah 4:9. Nehemiah's default response to all the opposition he faced was to pray. Prayer is not a last resort, but your primary defense against oppositions. As you do all that you humanly can to forestall oppositions, put your trust in God. Place your ears on His chest to hear the next instruction He will give you. After all, you are doing His work. The people opposing you are actually opposing Him, so let Him do the fighting while you keep working. Key point: the way to overcome oppositions is to report them to God. Let God do the fighting while you keep working. Bible reading in 1 year. Lamentations 3-5. Hymn for today. To the work, we are servants of God. The Open Heavens is written by Pastor E.A. Adeboye, the General Overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God. God bless you.